Hello, good morning, and welcome to Mid-Morning Music with me, Phil Beale. This is the weekly music podcast that we run on the LVP Online Music channel, and today we've got a local Runcorn singer-songwriter with us. So please welcome the wonderful Leah Ditchfield. Over to you, Leah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you,
Good,
and thanks for
good.
coming in. It's been fairly short notice today as well, hasn't it?
I know it really was, but I'm glad to be here.
Yeah,
Glad to
very
have me.
glad to have you here. Absolutely. The last time we saw each other, we didn't get a chance to speak, I don't think. But last time we saw each other
Was
was
it
at
Outpost?
Outpost. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It was a good little gig, wasn't it?
wasn't it? It's a great venue too.
It was. It was really good. To be honest with you, I didn't know that was there.
Right?
I've never seen it.
No, right. So
No.
that's your first time at
Yeah,
Outpost.
first time.
Yeah. So your set is all, or it's mainly your original material. You said
Yeah.
earlier, yeah, with the odd cover sometimes.
Yeah, I tend to do mostly my original songs, and then I like to end on like a cover because everyone knows it and everyone's like, oh yeah, like,
Yeah.
because as much as like I like to do my own songs, people will listen to it the first time, or my family and friends they'll listen to it a few times. So I like to end the note on a song that everyone knows. So it's like, yeah, you've
Yeah.
got the love, or you know. What I mean?
Absolutely brilliant.
So,
Yeah, it's,
yeah.
it's a great way to do it. So you live in Runcorn. Have you
I
grown
do.
up in Runcorn? Have you?
Yeah, I grew up in Runcorn. Always been in Runcorn.
Yeah. So what's the first thing you remember about music when you were growing up?
Oh God. I'd say. So obviously I've always done music.
Right.
And then I went to primary school, and they always did like a show each year, like a Christmas show type thing. And one year we did like Annie.
Yeah.
And it was a proper like the primary school I went to. It was quite posh. I'm not posh, but it was quite posh.
Yeah.
So they proper like went into it. It was proper like they really went into it. And they did Annie, and I remember like I wasn't the role of Annie, but I remember looking up thinking, oh, I really wish I could do that, and like I had no
Wow.
confidence when I was like a kid,
Yeah.
and I think that's kind of what sparked me to do it,
Oh,
because I
fabulous.
looked up to this girl playing Annie, and I was like, I really want to be Annie, like I really want to do that. So from then on, that's when I got into my music, and I remember coming home to my mum and being like, I want to sing, and then she was like, okay, we'll get you singing
Oh,
lessons.
lovely. Yeah.
So that's kind of how I got into it, really.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Was yours a musical household? Are your mum and dad or
Um,
your parents into music in any way?
so after that, after like me being like I wanted to get into music, and like the primary school kind of getting me into acting and music, I then kind of went home and was like, yeah, I want to do music. I love music.
Yeah.
And then my dad liked to play the guitar, and he was like, well, let's do guitar lessons together. And this was when I was
Yeah.
like 7.
So
or 8.
he didn't play, but he had
No.
he had
So he kind of like
yeah.
used me
Yeah.
to get himself into playing the guitar, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's go and play the guitar together. So then we did guitar lessons together,
Oh,
and that's kind of
fabulous.
when my singing and guitar came together, and I did.
So
what I do now.
how old were you at that point then?
I was about 7 or 8.
Really, that
Yeah.
young? Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. So is he still playing now? Did he carry on with it?
Yeah, my dad does play. It's kind of funny because like he comes up to me and is like, what are the chords for this song or whatever?
That's
like
great,
it's kind of like
that's great.
it was kind of like a bonding thing to do. Do you know what I mean? It was nice, and
I'm
we kind of
sure.
kept to it. And then when I was like in high school, that's kind of when I stopped doing my guitar lessons. I was kind of okay to do it on my own.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did that together, and
That's
it was nice.
fabulous.
Yeah.
I had a similar experience with my own daughter. My own daughter's probably a bit older than you now. She's 22 now, but we did something similar. And it really is. It's something that's just yours too, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
no,
really
it's nice.
really special. I love that.
And I feel like I'm glad I started off when I was younger, because it's kind of kept it within me. Like I feel as though because I started when I was younger, it like helped me play now.
Definitely.
It's like just
if
made
that-
it easier for
yeah.
me.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you now?
I'm 22.
You're 20. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
same age as my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. So yeah, you've already got a history of playing, haven't you? You know?
Yeah.
So whose songs did you initially start to learn?
Well, because obviously like I started in primary school and it was all like kind of like theatre stuff. At first I was into musicals, like Drake Les Mis and all that type of
Yeah,
stuff. It's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of mad. Like I'd sing like opera songs.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then I kind of went to college, and then that's when I really like changed my genre, and that's
Right.
when I kind of they didn't do any of that type of stuff, so it was like I had to change because I was in college doing music. And then when I went to college, it was like I did more like pop stuff and like kind of like went into like the Beatles and all that type of stuff.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah.
So which college was it you went to?
I went to Priestley, it's in Warrington.
Oh, so it wasn't like one of the music colleges in the
No,
city,
so I did
okay,
that,
yeah.
like, I went to college and then did music as, like, one of my subjects.
Fabulous, yeah. So did you get to perform as part of the course?
Yeah, so, like, we do, like, I don't know how many we did, but, like, each module would do, like, a performance at the end. But I feel like college kind of changed me musically because I'd grown up doing, like, you know, Les Mis and all that type of stuff. When I went to college, it was kind of an eye-opener, and, like, there is different genres out there, which was good, and I'm glad I experienced that because it kind of made me who I am today.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you started looking at, if you mentioned, you know, the Beatles alone, you're talking about singer-songwriters at that point, aren't you?
Yeah, no, literally. And then that's kind of when I got into my songwriting and seeing music in a more...
So was that course, did that guide you towards creativity and writing your own material?
I'd say so, yeah.
Did it really?
Yeah. I feel as though I didn't do any music in school, so when I went to college, that was kind of the first kind of music course I did.
Yeah.
So that kind of opened me up and made me see a lot of different genres, the light about music.
Yeah,
so.
and what artists in particular? You mentioned the Beatles, obviously. Anybody else that you can think of that you really like listening to?
Well, in that part of my life, when I was like singing and playing, when I was in college times, I was into like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still love Taylor Swift now.
Amazing.
Like, she's such a good songwriter.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
she doesn't get enough credit, but
yeah, there's a lot of negativity around
like because it's Taylor Swift.
I just don't get it really.
Yeah,
and the same thing with Ed Sheeran. I just don't get that either. That sort of negativity that's directed towards him. I think a lot of it's based on jealousy. I think he's a melodic genius.
No, literally, I seen a podcast or it was something, and he was basically saying like how he writes his songs, and the majority of his songs like 4 chords, and I just think he's a songwriter, and he's just amazing. Like, he really is. Like, the songs he comes out with, and how he was saying like majority of his songs are like kind of based around the same chords because there's only so many chords on a guitar.
That's right. Exactly right.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly right. There's only 12 notes, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's absolutely true. And yeah, I remember the first revelation. I learned the guitar quite late in life. For me, I was nearly 30 when I first picked the guitar up. Probably much like your dad, probably. You know, and so, but I'd been listening to music since I was a dot, really, a kid, or a tiny kid.
Yeah.
But then when I started trying to play along to some of the artists that I love listening to, I realised that they were playing 3 and 4 chord songs. Like, for example, the Rolling Stones, if you can play 4 chords, you can play virtually all of the Rolling Stones songs.
No, literally.
It's not the point that it's simple. It's what they do with it that's the genius, isn't it?
It really is. Like, you can have a 4 chord songs, but it's how you play it and, like, the melody behind it. It's everything put together.
That's right, yeah.
So
have you had to learn the dots as such? Do you read music, or are you still working from...
I can read music. Not anything crazy.
No.
But I feel as though it's mad because, I can play the guitar and whatever. I'm still learning. I feel like everyone's still learning.
Of course, you never stop.
But I'm not the best, but like I do just get by with what I know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was amazed myself the first time I actually wrote a tune wrote my own song.
Yeah.
I felt like I got a new child or something. Like it was something nobody ever heard, or I felt absolutely amazed. I never thought it would happen, you know.
Yeah.
But just learning 4 chords can really open up. I'm not saying that's all you do, obviously not, but just at the beginning, if you learn 4 chords, it can open that door to creativity straight away. You can start composing your own things almost immediately, can't you?
It's like anything, the more you do of it, the more you learn. So like the more songs I learn, the more chords that come with it, and the more...
Absolutely. With me, it was artists whose music I wanted to play first of all.
Yeah.
And I remember. I can tell you now the song which taught me how to play an F, because it was so hard. They say it's called F for a reason, don't they? But it was so hard. But I wanted so badly to play this song. In the end, I got there, you know. And from that point on, I can do it now. You know, it was great. So what Leah's going to do now is she's just going to set up, and we'll hear her song in just a moment.
trying to reach out with my thoughts. I call out your name, in fact I call it out a lot, a lot. And I know some things are meant to be, and I know you'll come crawling back to me, to me. I've been running around in my head trying to figure it out, why I always seem to lose. I've been crying out, I've been reaching out, but I always seem to lose. Why can't you get out my head? Why can't you get out my head? But no one does it like you do it for me. But my mama told me how you'd only kill my dreams. Yet here I am with another love song. I'll write them about you, thinking they'd help me move on, move on. And I know some things are meant to be, and I know you'll come crawling back to me, to me. I've been running around in my head trying to figure it out, why I always seem to lose. I've been crying out, I've been reaching out, but I always seem to lose. Why can't you get out my head? Why can't you get out my head?
So that was the fabulous Leah Ditchfield with "Get Out of My Head," her own song there, and that was an absolutely fabulous performance. Thank you, Leah.
Thank you very much.
Just tell us a bit more about the song. Is that an autobiographical song, or is it a story song that you've thought up yourself? Or?
Yeah, so basically it's just a song, obviously, I wrote. When I write songs, I kind of use it as a bit of therapy in a way.
Yeah.
So, like, how I feel, or like the emotions I'm feeling, I kind of put into a song, because like I'm not the best with like my emotions. Like I'm not very one to talk about my emotions and how I feel. So like what I tend to do is I tend to write songs, so, like that song out of my head. I came out of like a breakup, a typical breakup, and it was just like a long period of time, and I was just still in that like thump.
Sure.
So I thought, I didn't even think I just wrote a song. Like I didn't think, okay, I'm gonna write a song and it's gonna be like this. It just kind of naturally happens for me when I don't put too much pressure on my songwriting or whatever. It kind of just flows out, and that's how I got that song.
Wonderful.
So
isn't it?
yeah.
How fantastic, and that, I'd completely relate to that. I mean, I guess that professional songwriters do set out to write a particular song about in a particular genre or a
Yeah.
particular subject. But for people like you and I, it's whatever just comes along, isn't it? Really, and
Literally.
it's a gift. It's a gift, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
from somewhere else. That's how I think of it. You know, that it's been sent to me to
Yeah.
put out on paper and then out as a live performance sort of thing. So that's a really interesting approach, and that helps you from an anxiety perspective potentially, or
Yeah.
emotional. That's fabulous.
Like
What great
my
therapy.
friend, I would say to my friend like, oh, I want to text this boy or whatever, and they'd be like, she'd be like, don't text the boy, write a song instead. So I was like, okay, and then I just write a song instead, and it's just so funny. I remember saying this to me, and it like as clear as day, and I'd remember like, I just really want to text him. She'd be like, no, Leah, just write a song, just get it out for a song, and like that kind of always stuck to me at the back of my head, because I thought, you know what, however I feel, even if it's like I'm feeling happy, whatever, I just kind of write in a song and see what comes out.
Absolutely wonderful. It's
So,
it's part of the growth path that we're
Yeah,
all on,
no,
isn't it? You know?
100%.
Absolutely. So can you remember when you first played one of your own songs to an audience?
Oh God,
Rather than wasn't your mum or your dad or your family?
So at the start, I remember like I was always dead scared to write to sing my song, because I feel as though, in a way, they are personal. Like your own songs are personal, and like it's scary for someone to be like, I don't like that song, when you've wrote it and it's came from a place inside you. Do you know what I mean? And it is scary. So I remember I supported someone, I can't remember who it was, and it was like the first time I'd properly sang my songs out to public, like to people, and obviously my mum had heard me in like my room and that, and she'd always try and listen, and I always be like, no, you're not listening, as per usual. And yeah, I remember like singing my songs, and my mum was like, oh my God, like as if like you write those songs, and then my friends being like, as if that is you write songs, like, because they all go to like jobs and whatever, like their own offices, whatever, and she was like, as if you sit there at home and write a song. And I was like, yeah, that's what I do. I was like, yeah, I sit in my bedroom and write songs, that's it, yeah.
So where was that? Can you remember where that performance was?
I think it was in Heebie Jeebies.
Was it? Yeah,
yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. So where else have you played in Liverpool
God,
so far? We've mentioned Outpost, obviously, which is great.
I think, is it still called the Shipping Forecast?
Yeah, it is, yeah. That's a nice venue there, is it actually?
Yeah, it's
down
lovely.
Down in the basement, were you? Or did you do the...
Down the basement.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
really
it's
cool,
nice.
isn't it?
Where else have I played? I think it's called Leaf on Bold Street.
Yeah,
I don't know if it is Leaf, I'm not too sure. One on Bold Street anyway. I've played a few places. I can't
That's
remember.
fabulous though. Have they always been part of a like a bill of artists, a number of artists?
Yeah,
or
so
did
I've
you solo
always
work?
supported someone.
Yeah.
At the moment, I've not done like my own like headlining, but that will obviously come. I've got things to come, like headline and stuff. But no, at the moment, like I've always like supported people. Like people have always asked me to support them, which I always feel lucky enough, you know.
Wonderful, because one day you're going to be top of their bill, and they'll
hopefully
help you.
Literally.
It's like it's a community, isn't it? And we all help each other.
No, 100%. And like I love it when people ask me, because I think when I like post like a song or whatever, like sometimes someone will be like, oh, can you support me? And I think it's just so nice to like, you know, to support other people and help other people, and I'm just like, that's just so nice of you to ask me. So
yes, exactly right. I feel exactly the same way. You're absolutely right. So have you got your music out on? Tell us about your socials. How do we get hold of you on Instagram and Facebook and so on?
So my Instagram is Leah Ditchfield _music.
Cool.
Yeah, so I obviously have Twitter and all that, but my main social at the moment is Instagram.
Yeah.
I feel as though it's probably been like the last 6 months I've, you know, made it like a priority to post, because for me, like I just don't like posting. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm just like, put me on a stage, I will sing in front of anyone. I'm not. It doesn't bother me. Okay, everyone gets nervous, but I'm not bothered. But when it comes to, like socials and that's been kind of the barrier for me. That's kind of been like a problem for me. So I've made it this year my priority to be more on my socials, because that's like a big thing, to make sure your social media is like topped up.
It really is. I mean, you're doing a great thing by working by word of mouth anyway, by getting out there playing, and people will obviously, they'll talk about you, and you'll get a network of supporters or whatever you want to call them around you that way. But the quickest way to get other gigs, unfortunately, at the moment,
literally,
is social media.
100%. So at the moment, I've been posting like my original songs and like covers on my social media. And then
Have you actually published any yet? Have you got any out on
no,
Spotify?
but on Friday I'm doing like a live session.
Yeah.
So they'll obviously be coming out. So some live sessions of my music, and then that'll go on YouTube. And
so where are you doing that from then? Are you doing that from home or
no, I'm booked in a studio.
oh, fabulous!
Yeah, in town.
Yeah,
so,
that's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how many are you going to be doing on Friday? How many
So
numbers?
I'm doing 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a live stream, is that then? Therefore,
yeah, so it's just like a live studio session type thing, and
Yeah.
it's just like basically just live, basically.
And that's going out on Instagram Live, is it?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and that'll be nice.
That's fabulous.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm not too sure when that'll come out. I'll have to edit and that, but that's exciting. I feel like my priority now is I've put things in place. So like, not just saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. I've done it. Like I've booked things. So like, I have to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be good. Doing 2 original songs, and then they'll go on my Instagram.
Yeah. So you got any other live gigs lined up at the moment as we speak?
Yeah, I'm doing one actually on Friday after
As
I
well,
do
yeah.
after I do yeah. I know, tell me about it. I'm doing them in the morning. They'll only take me a couple of hours. It's not anything crazy. And then later on in the night, supporting a lad called Paul. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. Where's that at?
Prohibition Studios.
Okay. Oh right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
So
fantastic. So it's all kicking off, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Do you feel like the momentum's building? Do you? It's like
It's like anything. Like the more you get out there, the more opportunities you come.
Right.
Because like it's like anything. Like I put like a post up, and then Paul asked me to, support him, and it's just like that. Isn't like basically the more you put yourself out there, the more opportunities come with it.
Are you doing? I think you're signed up for the big Condo weekend.
I am, yeah.
I saw that.
I know, exciting.
Absolutely. So,
That'd be
do you know what day you're playing yet?
No, they haven't told me what day.
Okay, right, yeah. I think the poster's sort of in production now.
Yeah, no, it's under its way.
That's really exciting. I can't wait for that weekend.
I know, it'll be nice. It'll be so good. They are good, like those type of things. So.
Yeah, so I think is that the 23rd, 24th, 25th, something like that, July?
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday,
yeah.
Sunday that week.
Because when we're saying I could do any at the time.
Yeah, those dates anyway, around that Friday, Saturday of that weekend. So yeah, I've got family coming up and all sorts of things are going to be.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, it's going to be so good. Yeah, absolutely.
I just love live music, like love it.
Yeah, it's always been my go-to.
Yeah,
for a night out. I love covers bands. I think they're fantastic entertainment.
Literally, when I go out for a drink, I'm like, let's go find live
music.
That's right,
exactly.
It's just so good. Like nothing beats live music.
No, it doesn't. It just lifts your spirits, doesn't it?
No, literally.
So that brings me very nicely actually to the 2 last questions that I'll ask you, and I ask these questions of all the people that come in to talk to us. First of all, how would you personally describe the power of music?
The power of music. I'd say it brings people together. Like, it really does. Like, it's mad because out of me and my friends, like, I'm the only one who's like oh, that's a complete lie. There's other musicians, I'm sorry. That's a complete lie. I was thinking in my head, my mate Sarah, like, she's not a musician or anything, and she always comes to me and is like, oh, I've found this song, you'll like it, and like it proper brings us together. Like we'll be in the car on the way to the Asda or something, and she's like putting a song on. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, this is such a good song, and it just literally brings people together. Like it's just crazy. That's
lovely. It's a lovely way to sum it up. It really is.
It really is.
And finally, you've already partly answered this question, but I do, because I'm an outsider. I'm an outsider perspective, so I come from the Midlands, obviously. A perspective on the Beatles that I was a massive fan from when I was a tiny kid. But it's always intrigued me as to how Liverpudlians or people from around this area feel about the Beatles, and that the response, there's no right or wrong answer. I'm just interested to see how they impacted on people's lives that are in and around the city, So you already partly answered that.
Yeah, I think it's crazy because like obviously everyone knows the Beatles, like who doesn't know the Beatles, but like because like I the way musically I grew up, I wasn't like massively influenced by the Beatles.
No,
however, when I started getting, because like I gig at the weekends, like like around pubs and whatever, like the Beatles just go down like that. They go down like that. I sing a Beatles song and they love it. It's amazing. But yeah, no, it's just mad like how many people can know their songs, and it's mad because I also think to myself like obviously I do know the Beatles songs, but like I think don't know that many, but then I'll put the album on also and I know every single one. Like it's just crazy. Like you're like, oh my god, yeah, they do that one, they do this one. Every song's different, and like they just cover so many genres, and it's just amazing.
Like it's part of your DNA now. I think
No, literally.
You automatically know.
No,
it's
literally
amazing,
though,
isn't
it's
it?
just crazy. But
that's a great answer. Thank you for that, and thanks for coming in. It's been lovely to meet you. Really.
Thank you for having me.
No, you played beautifully.
Thank you.
And thank you for that too. So we'll sign off now, and this has been Mid-Morning Music with me, Phil Beale, and fantastic Leah Ditchfield today.
Thank you.
So please give us some feedback. We go out on the Liverpool Online Music YouTube channel at 10 AM every Thursday morning, and please give us some feedback. Hit that subscribe bell, ding, and you'll get notified of when the podcasts are available. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Signing off. Thank you.